Whispers of the Forgotten Forest. Chapter 1. The Compass into Darkness. The fan spun lazily above Kabir's head, its squeaky hum echoing in the otherwise silent apartment. Outside, Mumbai roared with its usual orchestra of rickshaws honking, vendors shouting, and the distant rattle of trains. But inside the cramped one-bedroom flat, Kabir felt like time had stopped. Not in the peaceful way, but in the suffocating way boredom does when it seeps into your bones. Kabir lay sprawled on his bed, phone in hand, scrolling through reels that flickered too fast for his mind to retain. Laughter tracks, travel vlogs, political rants, food videos, all blurred together into meaningless noise. He sighed, tossed the phone aside, and stared at the ceiling, tracing cracks in the plaster like constellations. "Is this it?" he muttered aloud. "Is this my life? Wake, college, job, Instagram, repeat?" His mother, bustling in the kitchen, overheard him. "What are you mumbling about now? If you're so bored, come help me cut onions." "Oh, great. No thanks, Ma. Cutting onions isn't exactly an adventure." "You want adventure? Go join the army," she shot back with a chuckle. But Kabir wasn't laughing. He was restless in a way he couldn't explain. A gnawing hunger for something larger than the city's endless grind. His late grandfather used to tell him, "The world is much bigger than what your eyes see, Kabir. Don't let routine blind you to wonder." His eyes fell on the brass compass that sat on his study desk, the only thing he had kept from his grandfather's belongings. It was an odd relic, heavier than modern compasses, with Sanskrit letters etched faintly on its rim. The needle, stubbornly sharp, never rusted despite the years. Kabir had carried it a few times during school treks, more as a memory of his grandfather than for navigation. He picked it up, flipping it open. The needle twitched slightly, though he wasn't near any magnetic source. Strange. "What are you trying to tell me, Dadu?" Boredom, that dangerous whisperer of reckless ideas, struck again. He opened his laptop and began searching for trekking destinations. Most were touristy, familiar names like Lonavala or Matheran. But then, buried in an obscure forum, a title caught his eye. "The Dandakvanam Forest That Devours Men." The words burned on his screen. The thread was filled with strange accounts. A man who claimed his uncle had gone missing there in the 1970s. Someone else swore they saw lights flickering inside at night, though there was no electricity for miles. The forest, they said, was older than civilization, older than history itself. Some called it cursed, some holy. He scrolled further. One post mentioned something that made his skin prickle. The forest is said to hide the Yantras of the ancients, the sages who knew more science than our modern labs could dream of. That's why it guards its secrets. Not everyone is allowed to see. His pulse quickened. Yantras. His grandfather had spoken of them in bedtime stories, half myth, half mystery. Machines of the ancients, hidden away from the unworthy. He sat up, his decision already made before logic could intervene. "I'm going." The journey begins. He didn't tell his mother. She would never allow it. Instead, he left a vague note on his desk, going for a trek with friends, back in a few days. With a small backpack packed with a torch, knife, water bottle, a packet of biscuits and the brass compass, Kabir caught a night bus heading east. The ride was long and uncomfortable. Villages flickered by under moonlight, their silence a sharp contrast to Mumbai's chaos. At a highway stop, Kabir bought tea from an old vendor. When he casually asked which bus goes near Dandakvanam, the man froze mid-pour. Why? The vendor asked sharply. Kabir said curiously, just want to trek, heard it's dense, untouched. The man's eyes narrowed. Untouched for a reason. People who go too far don't return. They say the forest remembers trespassers. Kabir chuckled nervously. Ghost curries, uncle. I don't believe in that stuff. The man leaned closer, lowering his voice. Then believe in this. Even the tiger avoids its heart. What does that tell you? Kabir forced a smile, paid for the tea, and boarded his bus again. But the man's words lingered, swirling with the stories he had read online. By dawn, the bus rattled into a sleepy village on the edge of the forest. Kabir stepped out, stretching stiff limbs. The air here felt different, heavier, carrying the scent of soil and wet leaves. The horizon was dominated by a wall of green, trees so thick they seemed impenetrable. An old man sat outside a hut smoking a beedi. Kabir approached him. Uncle, this is the way to Dandakvanam, right? His eyes darted to the forest and back. Why do city boys always want to prove something? That forest is not a playground. I'll just go for a short trek. I know how to handle myself. The old man spit to the side. No one handles the forest handles you. Go if you must, but remember, if the trees whisper, don't answer. And if you see light where no light should be, run. Kabir thanked him and walked on, heart pounding harder than he admitted to himself. Into the green. The forest swallowed him quickly. One step off the dusty road and he was beneath a canopy so thick that sunlight struggled to pierce through. The air was cool, damp, filled with the chorus of unseen insects. Roots twisted like serpents across the ground. Every sound, a crack of twig, a flutter of wings, felt amplified. Kabir switched on his torch even though it was barely noon. Okay, he muttered, trying to calm his nerves. It's just trees, just a forest. Stop being dramatic. Hours passed as he trekked deeper. He drank sparingly from his bottle, chewed a biscuit and followed no path but his instinct. The compass needle quivered strangely, sometimes refusing to point north. Strange. By late afternoon, fatigue set in. He rested against a massive tree trunk, wiping sweat from his brow. That's when he noticed it. The path wasn't smooth like the others. It was carved. Lines, circles, triangles, interlocking in a pattern too precise to be natural. His heart thudded. He leaned closer, brushing moss away. The carvings glowed faintly, not like paint, but like the tree itself was alive with light. What in the world? Kabir whispered. The glow intensified as his hand touched it, spreading across the symbol like a pulse. The ground trembled under his feet. Before he could step back, the earth gave way. With a startled cry, Kabir plunged into darkness, torch slipping from his hand. The forest had swallowed Kabir completely. Wow, what an ending! I know you're all on the edge of your seats wondering what happens next. Was the old man right? Did the forest truly welcome Kabir? What is the secret of the map of fireflies? If you want to find out, you're in the right place. The next chapter is already in the works, and I promise it's going to be even more epic. But to unlock the next part of Kabir's adventure, I need your help. My goal is to hit 150 subscribers. When we reach that milestone, I'll release Chapter 2, the map of fireflies. So if you're as hooked as I am, smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and share this video with everyone you know. Let's make this happen and dive back into the forgotten forest.
Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.